Hello again, it's me, Saskia. Welcome to day 6 of the Tourette Challenge. I was fighting with my lighting equipment because I had to change up the whole setup. In other videos, I look like I don't have a nose. So hopefully this one comes out clearer. Today's question is, what is something I want people to know about Tourette Syndrome? There's actually two things I think are really important. Those of us with Tourette's have a strong tendency to isolate ourselves, to withdraw. We also feel isolated in general due to the Tourette's. Could be catch-22. What comes first? I don't know. But when we're by ourselves, we can drop our guard, and we wind up ticking more. But there's a certain freedom in that. But we don't necessarily want people, strangers, or even our friends, to see that, especially if the ticks are coming out like a tick fit. We don't have to try so hard to suppress them when we're by ourselves. And the more we suppress them during the day, the more they're going to come out later at night when we're by ourselves or when we feel safe. And that could be even just around family members. So we do have this tendency to just isolate. I know for me, I do retreat and withdraw very quickly, just due to the nature of overstimulation. If there's a lot of people around, I am going to feel overstimulated, and I am just going to slowly retreat to my safe place. And this is true even for those of us who are performers. I love acting, I love being on stage, I love being in front of the camera, but I crave stillness. I can't be still in my body, but I can cultivate stillness and peace in a noiseless environment, usually in my room. So that is something that is very true for those of us with Tourette syndrome. We also tend to be very sensitive. We know our issues. We know what's going on. We're self-aware. We're working on it. And so when we're misjudged or just judged in general, it is hurtful. And then when people make assumptions, that's really hard too. I'm like, I swear I didn't make a face at you at the gym. I swear I was on the treadmill and I was ticking. I wasn't making a face. But it's really hard to fight somebody's assumption because that's the perception of reality. So just really throw away judgment, throw away assumptions. Just ask somebody, hey, were you making a face at me? Or were you ticking? You know, if you bring some humor into it, that will help. That will help us because we'll laugh, and it'll show that you do understand the nature of Tourette's. The second thing that I think is really important is it takes a lot of an amazing support system to live with Tourette's every day. You know, we don't really want to feel isolated. We don't want to feel left out. Even if we do withdraw, we don't want to feel left out or excluded. So we do want friendships and inclusion just like everybody else. We want to feel understood and accepted just like everybody else. And we want friendships who really understand us and love and support us without feeling sorry for us. We hate pity. Absolutely hate pity. And we won't tolerate pity. We want any of the same things everybody else does. This is not unique to Tourette syndrome. It's a human thing. It does take a lot of strength to live with Tourette's. And I do believe that strength comes from the friends we meet and the friends that are imperative or very important in our lives. I've moved every 3 years of my life, not because I wanted to, it's just the way the cookie crumbled. So I have friends all along the eastern seaboard, in the south, and the west coast. And I haven't seen a lot of them in 10, 15 years. And we need to fix this, peeps. If you're watching this, I need to plan a road trip so I can see you and squeeze you and keep you in my pocket and just take you wherever I go. Because the truth is, everybody says this about their friends. And it is true for each person. But I really do have the most amazing friends. They're beyond loving and beyond compassion, beyond understanding. And there needs to be a different word than friend to describe the friends I have. I know I wouldn't have made it as far in life without you. You, all my friends, if you're watching this. I would love to throw out names, but I know I'll leave some out, and I don't want to leave anybody out. So here's my generalization. My friends in Maryland, you loved me at my lowest point, and you saw me for who and what I could be, and that made all the difference in the world. I didn't know it at the time, but I do know that now. My friends in New York, your prayers, your love, your genuine concern for my well-being made me believe that I could overcome Tourette's, even when I thought I was going to be consumed by it. But you knew what I didn't. My Honor Academy friends in Texas, especially Danielle and Kristen, you saw my struggles with the Tourette's, and you saw me when I didn't believe in hope, and yet you loved me anyway, and you hoped for me when I couldn't hope at that time, and you knew what I couldn't believe at the time, and that was that the tics would get better, that I would overcome them. And your faith, you believing that, helped me to believe it one day. And there are others. There's all my Honor Academy friends have meant the world to me. I consider them family. My friends from college in Indiana, especially my girls that I was a counselor for at a boarding school, you lived my struggles with me. You saw me every day struggle with the Tourette's. You saw my good days and my bad days. You tried helping me, whether it was holding my hands down or taking my chocolate so I wouldn't take more. You helped in whatever way you could, even if that was giving me a massage or playing with my hair. You loved me despite my imperfections. I was your counselor, and you didn't expect me to be perfect. And you don't know how much that means to me. Or maybe you do now, I don't know. But I know I wouldn't have made it through college without your love and support. Believe it or not, you championed me. As much as I was championing you, you were my little superheroes. And I can't thank you enough. All my friends I've made since then, you've each added something so beautiful and precious and profound to my life, whether it's your faith in me, whether it's your understanding, whether it's your simple belief that this doesn't define you, because I know it doesn't define me. But it took me a while. It took me like 20 years to get there. And that was pretty much in college. But there needs to be a new word besides thank you. Every one of you made me feel less alone in my life, made me feel less alone in my journey. And that's extremely important. You made me feel like a part of something, a part of you. And that's why when I say I love you, it just doesn't seem like enough. We need to create a new word for that too. In so many ways, this sounds dramatic, but in so many ways you've saved my life. You saved my sanity. You helped me see the strength that I had inside me when I couldn't see it. And I know I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for who you are and who you were at that time. Your love, your support, your faith in me has moved mountains in my life. And thank you. Yeah, that just doesn't seem enough, does it? I'm so grateful for knowing each one of you, the role you've played in my life, for seeing in me what I couldn't see. Now, the great thing about love is that though rejection and wounds linger and we have to work through it and process it, love just stays with us. So while I haven't seen some of these amazing people in 10 years and 15 years or 5 years, that love you gave me stays with me and encourages me every single day. The days that I feel like, oh, well, I failed. I remember those moments, and then it boosts me up. It lifts my spirits. So my challenge to you is to identify all those people that are your support system. Tell them how much they mean to you. And be part of my story too. If you're watching this, write a comment and tell me a story about how you helped me when I was ticking. Let's walk down memory lane and see how many of you will post a comment about when I was ticking and what happened. And yeah, so those are my 2 challenges. To all of my friends out there, I love you so much. You are the stars in my night sky, and I truly, deeply love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow's question and challenge. Like, share, comment, post. All that means so much to me. Have a great day. I love you so much.